Oh my gosh, I've been expecting you. Come in, it's horrible out. Come on, you let out all the heat. Oh, it's good to see you, Actually, you got me at a really great time. I just started reading my favorite book of all time. Oh, you're gonna love it, It's called The Tales of the Forest of Wood. Here, take a seat. This is chapter 1. In this forest, we have creatures like fox and beaver. After their run, they spoke and had a breather.
You look sick, Beaver. It's either the new flu or a fever.
Neither,
Said Beaver.
it's not a fever. I just sneeze at the tree's breeze like my geezer.
Gotcha. So how was your daughter by the water? She is an eager beaver.
Well, she's a picky eater.
What do you mean?
Well, every time I feed her, I have to teach her, because she doesn't like to eat her 3-meter cedar.
Well, I wouldn't either.
Well, you're not a beaver.
Said Beaver.
Well, maybe you should be a better leader and lead her to eat her 3-meter cedar.
If you're such a good leader or teacher, why don't you teach her?
Now, see, this is the end of chapter 1. But the forest is full of all kinds of creatures. All that we love, all that we know, and Steve. But you don't want to know about Steve. I don't want to bore you for that time. Oh, you do want to hear more about Steve. Well, that's actually in chapter 2, our music video. Let's watch it. You're gonna love it.
Where turtles are homesick and porcupines wipe their butts, and every single squirrel is allergic to nuts. Where frogs don't croak and birds don't sing, skunks smell good, but that's just life here in the forest of wood. Here in the forest you will find animals and creatures of all kinds. There's an ant, frogs, hogs, and dogs, bats, cats, and rats who live in the bog. But there is one pet who is every pet's peeve, and I don't like him, but his name is Steve. Mr. Bear once saw him peeing off the pier. If you don't like Steve, then you'll be welcomed here. I tried to get Steve to leave, believe me, but I was naive to believe that Steve wouldn't steal my presents on Christmas Eve.
He totally stole my presents. I had a Transformers Build-A-Bear, and he stole it. But, that's the Forest of Wood for you.
Where turtles are homesick and porcupines wipe their butts, and every single squirrel is allergic to nuts. Where bees hate letters, but I'm wondering if they should. But that's just life here in the forest of wood. There was an owl who was colorblind, and a blue jay too, who couldn't find a friend who could spend the end of the week with. But then he saw the owl that he knew since they were kids. Hey owl, it's me, your pal, Blue Jay. Can I just call you Jay? Sure, as long as it's not Steve, then you are good. But that's just life here in the forest of wood. Where turtles are homesick and porcupines wipe their butts, and every single squirrel is allergic to nuts. We all love each other except Steve, but maybe we should. That's just life here in